It's independent of state, so it isn't specific to California. It holds throughout the country. There are several possible things that can trigger the termination of the automatic stay. If the case is closed, that terminates the automatic stay. If the case is dismissed, that terminates the automatic stay. If the debtor gets a discharge, then the automatic stay terminates as well. And of course, if the creditor is successful in getting the stay lifted for some limited purpose, then the stay is terminated with respect to that limited purpose. Now, you might wonder about this, getting the discharge. Does that mean that when the automatic stay is lifted after I get my discharge, the creditors can come after me? The answer is no. Now, if your case is dismissed, the automatic stay terminates and you're at the mercy of the creditors as well. But if you've got a discharge, what does that mean? It means that the debts are all gone. You no longer have those debts anymore, so creditors cannot come after you to collect the discharged debts. So there is a provision in the bankruptcy code called the discharge injunction, and that replaces the automatic stay. So the automatic stay is a temporary thing triggered by filing the bankruptcy petition, and it protects you as the debtor from the depredations of your creditors while the stay is in force. If you get a discharge, then for any creditor who to whom you owed money that the debt was discharged, that creditor is forever stopped from being able to collect that debt again. And that's the gist of the discharge injunction. Now, how long as far as timing? Well, it depends on the chapter. A typical Chapter 7 bankruptcy on a personal level only lasts maybe 5 or 6 months from the day you file your bankruptcy petition to the day that the court grants the discharge. So there, the stay lasts something on the order of 5 to 6 months, and then once you get the discharge, it's replaced by the discharge injunction. In the Chapter 13, the Chapter 13 plan can either last 36 months or 60 months, depending on whether you are a below median income debtor or an above median income debtor. Once you get your discharge, that automatic stay is terminated and replaced with the discharge injunction. Chapter 11 is a bit more complicated because Chapter 11 can last lots of different types of times, depending on the nature of the case and what's at work. I had a Chapter 11 a couple of years back where the debtor was able to complete the plan in under a year after the case, the plan was confirmed. And so the discharge injunction, the automatic stay terminated, and the discharge injunction was put into place only about a year after she filed. I have other Chapter 11 cases that have lasted longer. In fact, I've got one that's been really quite a slog, and the plan has been confirmed. So in that situation, the stay has been terminated with respect to property of the estate because the property revests back in the debtor. That may be a little arcane for this discussion here. If you have questions about what that means, give me a call. But the timing of the termination of the automatic stay in Chapter 11 is quite a bit more complicated and very much dependent upon the facts of the case.